Hey, what's up, movie fans? I just got back from seeing Kevin Smith's latest film, Tusk. Now, I want to go on saying I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I've seen almost all of his movies in the theater since I've been old enough to see them. So, I've obviously watched them on VHS, DVD, Laserdisc. Remember Laserdisc? I miss it. Blu-ray, and of course, digital media. Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma. I'm a big Jersey Girl fan. He's got some movies that have been kind of hit or miss here. Cop Out with Tracy Morgan, and also Red State, a very controversial film. So Tusk stars Justin Long. He is a podcaster along with Haley Joel Osment. It's called the Nazi Party. Basically, Haley Joel Osment's character does not leave his humble abode and doesn't like to take flights, basically. So Justin Long's character, what he does is he goes to these cool places across the, North America, and he'll interview these people, and then he'll come back and he will make a podcast telling Haley Joel Osment's character about it. So it's called the Nazi Party. Do you get it? Do you get the pun? You get it? So anyway, they show this clip of a young man who is basically doing like a Kill Bill ripoff, and he's got a big katana blade, one that the bride herself, Beatrix Kiddo, would be very proud of, and he's going ham on it. He's going crazy, and he accidentally chops his leg off. So Justin Long, goes to Manitoba, Canada, to interview this person. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him, and he's got to figure out, what am I going to do with my podcast for this week, because, without spoiling it, he's not able to interview this kid. So he finds this handwritten note in the bar bathroom explaining that there's this man who's traveled the world and who has stories to tell and no one to tell him to. So he calls up the number, and he goes and he meets this person, and right off the bat, there's something a little fishy. I start to feel that something's going to happen. Now, at this point, I'm going to start doing some spoilers. I don't want to ruin anyone's experience, so please pause the video here, watch the movie, and then come back and watch the movie. Or come back and watch my video. So are you ready for some spoilers? Because there's going to be some spoilers. So basically, Justin Long is immediately drugged, immediately. Like, this guy has no clue who Justin Long's character is, and he drugs him. He wakes up, he's missing a leg. We are told that a brown recluse spider has bit him, and they had to amputate the leg. Okay? And then, so, the next scene, he's missing another leg. Basically, we are given this long, drawn-out story by Howard Howe about how he befriended this walrus while adrift in the ocean in like the 40s. And we're giving this story about how life has never been the same since he missed this walrus. So anyway, basically, in short, what you see in the trailer happens in the movie, but ad nauseum. We are given the opportunity to see a grown man with his legs chopped off, put inside a skin suit for a half hour in the movie, and he is fed raw fish, and that's basically the subtext of the film. Haley Joel Osment and Justin Long's girlfriend in the film, I can't think of her name, sorry, are trying to decide what happened to their friend and her boyfriend. So they decide they're going to go and they're going to travel. Upon this venture, they meet a private detective played by Johnny Depp, who is like the most repetitious character I've ever seen in a film. He's explaining this like hockey guy, and he just keeps talking ad nauseum. There's so many lines of dialogue in this film that do not need to be in here. Howard Howe, one of the worst lines I've ever heard in a movie is, "Cuter than a Chinese baby." These are like the most nonsensical garbage I've ever heard in a movie. This is akin to horrible films like Blood Rain and Dougal. Also another Kevin Smith movie. Well, he just did a voice, but still. Yeah. Justin Long delivers a good performance. I feel for him, but they start intersplicing these other scenes from previous times, and they're trying to make you hate Justin Long. Like, that's the way, like, you see him cheating on her, or talking about it, he has no emotionality about it, and they're trying to make you think, well, maybe this is for the best. The end of the movie is just fucking, I said the F-bomb, I apologize, I don't want to offend anybody, but it is terrible. Like I said, I've said spoiler, please let them know there will be spoilers. We see him at the end in a sanctuary. It is stupid as hell. I know this is supposed to be considered satire, but Kevin Smith, please go to www.google.com/ no, I'm just kidding. Google freaking satire. This is not satire to me. People in my audience were laughing their heads off at certain moments of this film. I didn't find it funny at all. There's movies like Hostel where, you can root for the villain if you want. That's fine. You can root for Jason Voorhees. You can root for Freddy Krueger. I get it. But I don't find this at all funny, hysterical, nothing. It wasn't funny. I get it, the podcast. I get it, Smodcast. Well, this is the downfall of Kevin Smith. I realize this is something different he wants to do, but I'm sorry. You need to get back on the horse. I don't mean heroin. You need to get back with Jason Mewes. Start making Mallrats 2, Clerks 3, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back again. That's what you need to do. Cop Out, I gave you a pass. It was a medium film. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. I didn't leave the theater busting the doors open. I didn't do that. Red State, yeah, that movie left a bad taste in my mouth. That's what she said. But, I didn't have a general disdain for Red State. This movie is just terrible. You've got good acting. It's super formulaic, and you know what's going to happen. And you're like, they're not going to really have this guy in a fucking skin suit. Okay, they have this scene where she's talking with somebody, and you see his girlfriend with a guy's hand on her, and you're like, that's not going to be Haley Joel Osment's character. That'd be obvious. So I'm trying to think, well, she's doing an excellent job. By the way, she is really good in this scene. I'm thinking, they're going to have a backstory scene where she's an actress, and she's, settling with this podcast guy. No, it's Haley Joel Osment's character. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I don't know what else I want to say about this movie other than it sucked, and I'm really let down by Kevin Smith for this. I realize you want to do something different, but I'm sorry. Ain't nothing wrong with being a one-trick pony in your case, buddy. Yeah. So, I want to end this video here. I want to say check out my other reviews. I have plenty of other reviews. I am a generally positive person, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else that was upsetting. They have a scene where Howard Howe's character plays this local Canadian yokel, and it's ridiculous. It's drawn out. There's a lot of scenes that are just super drawn out. It's billed as this horror film, and I realize that there is a satire to it. I get it. I laugh at a lot of weird stuff. A lot. Check my Google history. But this isn't funny. I didn't laugh at all, except for the SCTV reference. That was funny. Apparently, Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter, their scenes in the film, they played these convenience store people, they're getting their own movie out of it? Really? That? You? Them? Why? Why is this happening? Why? So, I don't really know, and I understand people, if you have a complaint about a movie, make a better one. Why could it be better? I understand a lot of people are going to be loyal Kevin Smith fans, and I've bought VHS tapes, DVDs, Laserdiscs. I have upgraded when the new DVDs came out. I've double dipped. I've triple dipped with Mallrats. I have the Criterion Chasing Amy. I got that metal tin set. I've got Blunt Man and Chronic comic books. I am a Kevin Smith fan. So I'm really disappointed with this. I'm not just some Hollywood snob who didn't want to see anything that Kevin Smith does, because I am a fan. I watch his show. I've listened to the Smodcast before. It's not funny. All his evening with Kevin Smith is just, I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't think it was a funny movie. I'd rip up my ticket, but I collect those still because I'm a nerd. Let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, at London Hawthorne. Even if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. That's what opinions are for. Kevin Smith, if you happen to watch this, I am a fan. I've been on your message board back in the day, the old whiteboard, for years and years and years and years. Haven't lately. I'm sorry. But I have been a long-time fan. This is the first movie I can honestly say I don't like yours. But that's cool, you know. I respect you as a filmmaker, and as a person, you got your own opinion, and that's cool. So no disrespect to you, Kevin Smith. It's just my opinion. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.